want you to have the empowerment and ability to guide this process for yourself. So one of the highest value things I've found, and if we put a chart up, and on this vertical axis we have challenge, and on the horizontal axis you have skill. And right down the middle you have this thing called the flow channel. And that's your optimal level of performance. Now, if we're going to overgeneralize things and say that in general we have anxiety and a fear response, or we have this zoned out, lethargic, unmotivated response. Now imagine we have something that we have a ton of skill for and very little challenge. So this axis all the way out here and here. We're all of a sudden in this bottom right quadrant where we're looking at boredom, distractibility. We don't have that energy or drive. We're like, oh, whatever, I can take care of it later. That's not super helpful for getting motivated. So if you're down in this quadrant or this corner, we can think about, how can I make this more playful? How can I shift my mindset or beliefs around something? Oh, I don't need to do my emails. They're silly. It doesn't get me what I want. Versus, oh, I'm going to do my emails really quickly, see how accurately and rapidly I can do them so that I can move on to whatever task I do see as value. So then all of a sudden that task becomes a supporting role of this other piece that is more motivating to you. Or you can create a game. I'm going to respond to all these emails only at these 2 times a day, so I'm maintaining focus and they're not bleeding into my daily flow, if you will. So that's one way to increase challenge. The other piece in there we got into around was the mindset. Sometimes we are minimizing the way we think about that task and it's not engaging to us. And then that creates lethargy, which can compound into procrastination and negative self-talk and all sorts of other challenges. I think you get the idea of this boredom side. Now on the other side, we have fear, anxiety, and overwhelm. So now think about these things that are, you have lots of challenge and maybe very little skill. So we're over here. Now, in life, that's very easy place. Both are very easy to get to. This one specifically is we're trying to take too many moves at once. We maybe haven't identified the challenge. Maybe we haven't identified the resources we need to meet the challenge. Maybe we haven't identified the steps that we need to meet the challenge. So whenever we're having that feeling of fear, overwhelm, and stress, we need to figure out what is actually happening and how can we recalibrate our approach so that we can actually meet that. Now, when we meet these two perfectly, which is an abstract idea, but hopefully you're all getting a sense for when you have fear or kind of that zoned out, not challenging enough response. Right in the middle is what we call the flow channel, and this is where we're going to optimally perform. So this is having to be able to get here, we need to have self-awareness, we need to be able to reflect, and we need to be able to plan and organize so that we can constantly hit that channel and have and gain the benefit of being more productive, of feeling better and playing more.